Well, hello. My name is Annalisa, and I haven't done a live on YouTube. I don't think I've ever done a live on YouTube, but apparently, like on Facebook, um, if you go public or if you use a professional page, you have to have 100 followers. So I have 90. I didn't know that that was the case. So, but that's what it is. Anyway, what I wanted to do this morning was I wanted to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. And Marjorie Taylor Greene was calling President Trump a, let me see, how can I get this a little bit different? Okay. Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene was calling President Trump a traitor. And especially after the Epstein files came out the other day. And they were having a feud there for a little while. But I still think it's continuing. And I'm a little disappointed with President Trump. I did not expect him to go after Thomas Massey, who's a Republican, and Marjorie Taylor Greene as well, and calling her a traitor. And is it because they don't take APAC money? Because these two, Massey and Marjorie Taylor Greene, don't take pro-Israeli lobby money. And Miriam Adelson, who's a Zionist, who gave President Trump $100 million during his campaign, wants to primary out Thomas Massey. And she's putting in $20 million of her own. This is all her money. She's a billionaire. And for some reason, she seems to be very interested in Zionism and Israel and not this country, America, first. And President Trump, unfortunately, seems to be going to what his donors want. And, the American people are donors too. With their taxpayer money, and we've given much more money to Israel than Miriam Adelson has. So that's my opinion. But my point is that President Trump should be listening to us, not Miriam Adelson and the donors. We elected him, and he should be listening to us. I think he is surrounded by Zionists that are just interested in Israel. And it's really, I think, affecting the domestic policy. We have way too much to do with Israel and what Israel is doing in the Middle East. I definitely don't agree with that either, especially with the Gaza Strip or anybody else for that matter, and the wars that they're always seem to be involved in, and then we get involved in, and the money that we send to Israel as well. I really think we should keep it in this country. We need it badly. And how about making our lives a little easier so we can afford a mortgage or rent and food and everything else that we need? So I do not agree with what President Trump at this moment and what he is doing. I voted for America First, and so did 77 other million people. And I don't know. I definitely do not want to vote for a Democrat. Don't like the Democrats at all. I think they're worse. So I would like to see, like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Tom Massey, be brought up to the forefront because they do not take APAC money. They won't even let them in their office. And I think that this is what it's all about. I think this is all about APAC and Israel, unfortunately. And I was a little surprised to hear that President Trump is released the Epstein files, because at first he didn't want to do that. So that was surprising for me. Very surprising. I didn't expect him to do like a 180. That was weird because He was upset about a reporter asking for that question. Um, so I don't, this is, I can't really make sense out of it. I don't know where President Trump is coming from. But if it's Zionism first and America next, then I think there's a problem here. I really think we have a problem. At least I think so. So that's what I wanted to, I don't know. I'm not used to doing um, a live on YouTube. So, but I'm glad I can. I think I like this. I can invite, I guess, people as well. Can I like it myself? People. Let me see. This is the microphone. Share screen. Oh, all right. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, nice. So this is what I wanted to do this morning. And I usually like read some articles about it. And this is what I came up with when I did the search. And I also wanted to do Snap. So the Snap programs are now all different. They're the policies now have changed because of all the abuse coming from Snap. But I think this is like very interesting what's going on with Marjorie Taylor Greene and the president. And the president is not supporting her now for her run next year. Somebody said she's going to win, and somebody else said that Thomas Massey is going to win too, hopefully. And I don't know. I just don't understand where President Trump is coming from with this. And I don't know why he's picking on these two only. And it just makes me think that that they're not taking APAC money, and that's the reason why. So let me see if I can read this. Share this instead. Okay. Oh, here it is. Oh, nice. Jeez, I think I like this better. I think I'm gonna come on here from here on out. Okay. Alrighty. Let's read this. MTG dismisses Trump, calling her a traitor. Let me tell you what a traitor is. It's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted. Where did it go? Here it is. All right. So she did call him a traitor. She didn't say his name. She didn't say his name. She just said what a real traitor is. What a real traitor is him who would rather work for foreign governments. So that's what she said on the video. That's what she said on her video. And on a I think it was a press conference yesterday or the other day, when the House and the Senate then passed the release of the Epstein files. So this is what she said. Standing alongside victims of the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein on the Capitol steps on Tuesday, Marjorie Taylor Greene dismissed President Donald Trump's verbal attacks against her and attempted to turn his claims of her being a traitor against him. She said, I was called a traitor by a man that I fought for 5 to 6 years for. She said, I gave him my loyalty for free. I won my first election without his endorsement, beating 8 men in the primary. Let me tell you what a traitor is, Greene added. A traitor is an American that serves foreign countries and themselves. A patriot is an American that serves the United States of America and Americans like the women behind me. President Trump hasn't responded to that. And I'm not sure if he knows how to respond to that. But you know what? I can see her point. I understand like where she's coming from. Is President Trump really, more concerned about what is going on with Israel because of his donors and Miriam Adelson? And is he following her lead and doing what she wants, like primarying out now Marjorie Taylor Greene, and absolutely now Adelson giving money to Thomas Massey's campaign to primary him out. Now, they have done this before, APAC, that is. She's probably involved with APAC, I'm guessing, but APAC has gone to even the Democrats that are not pro Israel. They have gone to other states and have primaried or have affected their campaign when they were running for a candidacy for a seat. They managed to somehow get them off, like not lose their race because they were not pro-Israel. And I think that this is why President Trump is going after Marjorie Taylor Greene and Thomas Massey. Because I think it's just funny how Miriam Adelson, after a little while, when President Trump was talking about Thomas Massey and how he did not vote for the big beautiful bill because of the spending and other things as well. And, he was calling him all these kinds of names. And it was funny how just a little while ago, she came out and said that she was going to put $20 million to primary him out. So are these two working together is what I'm trying to say. Like, is Marjorie Taylor Greene, is President Trump and Miriam Adelson like working together here? Now, is Miriam Adelson going after Marjorie Taylor Greene like behind the scenes? And then a little while later, she's going to come out and say, well, I'm going to give $10 million now to primary out Marjorie Taylor Greene because she doesn't take APAC money. This is, I think, an issue. I think this is a big issue with Israel and the Zionists and President Trump and his administration, but especially President Trump. He's, very involved with Gaza and what is going on there. We keep giving Israel more money, and I don't know what for. I don't know what, I just don't know what Israel has done for us in this country. They've done nothing. It's just wars after wars after wars. And this is probably the worst out of them all. They are leveling Gaza and the people in there. They are making life miserable for them so that they will leave. They're trying to displace them. Some have been displaced. Some refuse to leave. Hamas is still there. They have, the so-called peace treaty that is not a peace treaty because Israel has broken that so-called peace treaty. But President Trump doesn't seem to be saying anything about that. I don't know why that's okay for Israel to do what they're doing to the Palestinians. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's wrong. It's wrong. The Palestinians and the Jews always got along. Those people have very similar backgrounds and the like. So they've gotten along before in the past. Ever since Israel was formed, there's just been no peace. And, ever since the UN did that, everything's changed in the Middle East. And I feel like, and we're helping them in the United States. Our taxpayer money is going to fund these wars. And this latest one is the worst, where they're planning on building an AI city. This is all intentional. This has all been planned out. This was all to displace the Palestinians because they want to make this profitable apartment buildings and retail stores, like it happens all over this country, so that they can make money, right? This is really all about money. And it's along the water, which is prime real estate. And, the Palestinians did not do that. And, it's their choice. They lived there. But you know what? Now it's two things here. Israel wants to take over that land and live, thinking that they're going to live in peace if they get rid of the Palestinians, which is what they're doing, and leveling everything. They are not allowed. The Palestinians, that is, are not allowed to build their own homes. They're not allowed to do that. So this is absolutely all planned out. And what for? I don't know. His son in law is involved with this, Jared Kushner. This is all done purposefully. This has been all planned out. This has been the plan all along to do that to the Gaza Strip. And you know how they went about it is so barbaric. It's just like you know, savages. They're just, you couldn't talk to these people and see and have them become a part of it and, you know, make their livelihoods. I don't know, maybe they want to be a part of it or maybe they didn't. So that's why, you know, what Marjorie Taylor Greene said, yeah, I know she's upset. And because President Trump did call her a traitor, and she didn't like that. And I don't blame her because she's right. She did campaign with President Trump. And she used her own money to do so. So, I mean, why is he acting like this? Is it because of Mary Madison? Is it because of the Zionists? Has he always been this way? You know, as what is this? What is going on here? I wish he would get back to what he did when he first went into the office, and Doge and Elon Musk and finding fraud and abuse, you know, things like that. So I don't know. I think you know, MAGA. A lot of people are saying MAGA, you know, doesn't stand for anything anymore. Yeah, I don't even use the slogan myself. I don't even use it anymore either. I used to use it all the time when he was doing what he said he was going to be doing when he first got into office. Now it's changed. Now it's changed. Everybody is like talking about it, and everybody's like, MAGA is dead. We need an American first or America first. Maybe instead of MAGA, America First candidates like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Thomas Massey, and bring them to the forefront because that's what I'd like to do, and that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm doing. So this has, you know, changed. I think a lot of people, you know, somebody actually said that President Trump did it to himself. And they believe it was because of the Epstein files and how he campaigned on saying that he was going to release them and then changed his mind a few months ago. And somebody thought that that's what did it for him. That's what he might never recover from this. He might not. I mean, he might not. And it's too bad. I think that he's not what he said he was or what he was going to do with this country and putting America first, because, you know, people in their 20s and 30s are wondering if they're going to be able to afford a house. I think I think now people are in their 40s when they can afford a home now. That's very late because it used to be much younger before. So I don't know. Hopefully next year, you know, the economy will start taking hold, and these tariffs and the manufacturers that said they were going to come will come over and start building or whatever it is that they got to do to get Americans working again, affordable wages and inflation, no inflation. Gas prices have come down grocery prices haven't gone up, but they really haven't come down either. So let's hope that this trend reverses, because I really don't think the Democrats are going to be any better. I really think they're going to be terrible, because that's what got us into this mess in the first place. With Joe Biden and his administration and the open borders and the high crime and the inflation, crime, seems to have curbed because we closed the borders, and that's important. But now President Trump needs to focus, like he was doing before in the beginning of his term, on America first. So I don't know what changed. Was he lying? Was he faking what his policies and what he was running on, his issues during the campaign? Was he always like this? Did he just want to get elected to do what? To help Israel? To give more money to Israel? This is not what we wanted. We want to take down the debt. And that $2,000 that he wants to give everybody, no. Take down the debt first. Don't be like you were in COVID-19, where people were getting $1,200 or whatever it was because they weren't working. Now he's doing the same thing. Now it's $2,000. No, this is socialism. This is socialism. I do not want to be dependent on the government. I do not want a check from the government. I don't. I want to make my own way. I do not want to be dependent on the government, period. It's more important that people find a job and be self-sufficient and not rely on the government. So anyway, well, I am going to maybe promote this to my Facebook page, maybe, and maybe tell somebody else about it, so I can come here and I don't know, get a chat going. Wow, this is cool. Oh, this is even better than what I was doing before with Facebook. All right. Well, I really just wanted to check this out. This is cool. I just got to get familiar with how this works a little bit. I guess the more I do it, the more familiar I will become. All right, maybe I'll come back later on and check this out, because I'm liking this. Okay, so I will probably come back on at some point. If I can get somebody else, I'm not sure how to do it. I'll find out. If I can get somebody else on, that would be kind of fun too. All right, well, I hope people get to see this. If not, this is kind of like a trial run, and I like to get more familiar with this app, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So I didn't think I was going to be able to go on live on YouTube, but here I am. Awesome. All right. You guys have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.